Hey, it's Will here from Achievement Bandits, and we're doing the Best of All Possible Worlds guide in Vanquish, which is where you have to, find and fire upon all of the hidden Pangloss statues. Now, we're doing Act 1. There are no hidden statues in Mission 1, Act 1, Mission 1, so we're starting in Act 2. Now, the first one is, you go through the door with the red flare and turn around, and very easily gotten statue there above the door frame. Now, this next one, you just, go up a little bit more, and you turn around and look off to the right. On a bridge in the distance is the next statue. Now this guy's been a bitch, so I'll just take his head off. And that is fairly easy to shoot, but you need quite a steady hand because you have recoil and what have you, and blah 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 blah. Now, after the ship's crashed, a huge ship will just crash into the area where you were. This door will open, and you will then be fired upon by another horde of robots or whatever you want to call it. Come over to the left, and on this red trolley kind of thing is the next statue, which again is very easy to shoot. There you go, and blah 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 blah, moving on. Now, this next one is in the same area. See, off to the left there was that trolley. Now, before you go through that door, turn around, and on the other side of this crate is the next statue which you can shoot. There we go. Now moving on to Mission 3. Mission 3. Mission 3! Thank you. Now there'll be these two sets of stairs. Behind them, in the middle, is the first statue for this mission, which is very easily missed if you just concentrate on running upstairs. This one is kind of weird. You'll be attacked by another load of robots and a Romanoff. You're gonna have to take care of them first, and then come over here. In between these two crates, there is the next statue. Now, come over to the middle section of this little arena, and right there is the next statue. Now, what you want to do is then boost all the way over to the right of this kind of area, and out the map there will be the next statue. Now, Mission 4. You want to just boost all the way down this hallway. There's a little sign that tells you you're in Mission 4. And on the flaming wreckage there is the next statue, which you can very easily shoot with a shotgun for some reason. Now, this next one is very hard to describe. And also very easily missed. It's basically just all the way over to the far right, but I kind of got confused, watching other people's videos, so because all of the rubble looks the same to me, so I hope leaving all this video in helps you, but it is basically just over to the far right, which is, behind these two crates here, and you can shoot it very easily if there's not anyone in your way. Now, the next one is kind of weird as well. There'll be a guy who is being electrocuted. There'll be three of them. He's one of them. Completely ignore him. He's in pain. Oh well. Because what you want to do is you want to shoot the statue that's on that crate behind him. And then you can fray him if you want, which you kind of have to complete the level, which anyway, I don't really care. Now, this one, I can't remember whether there's a cutscene or whether there'll just be another wave of enemies, but still, this door will open. You'll see it open. You have to go through that. Now, take out the enemies as you normally would, and just... I kind of looked over to the right here by accident and saw, oh look, statue, shoot it. Now, at the right at the beginning of Mission 5, just turn around and boost over to the left, and there'll be a statue very easily for you on the rail there, and then you kick a weapons crate, if you want to get a sniper rifle, it's completely useless. Now, this one is, where your little boss man decides, oh, I'm going to go shoot things, oh, I'm angry, and you don't really care, so you kind of jump up this ladder and turn around, and on the right there, it's actually on the ramp, but I take a million years to actually figure out where it is, because I saw it, and I was like, oh, where's it gone? And then I finally see it, and I shoot it with an assault rifle. And then you're taking cover. Now, this one, you'll be, at the end, you'll be fighting this tank kind of thing. I've forgotten what it's called. I can't remember the name. But you actually want to ignore that, unlike what I'm doing, kind of committing suicide there, practically. shooting right down the barrel. Run all the way to the back right, and over there, like behind that little railing, where she gets shot by a tank mid-slide, will be the next statue which you can shoot. Now, the next one is like from this one, which I showed you a minute ago, which is turned red, because once you shoot them it turns red. Now, from that one, before you go down that like slide thing, look up, and there is a precariously placed statue on a beam. I don't know what we're doing up there, but still. Now, at the beginning of Mission 6, when you have to protect the armoured vehicle, go around to the left of it, and on fire there is the next statue, which is very easily got. Now, when you have to blow up the barricade, come over to the left of the map kind of area, and there'll be these two, like, ladder kind of areas. This is very, like, difficult to see, so I'm going to have to describe it as best I can. You come up the ladder, you have to kind of ignore the upgrade there, because those are kind of random, so you can't use that for reference, but you come up the ladder, turn around, very hard to see in the capture, but as you saw, you saw the little spark fly there, so it is there. Now, once you have blown up the barricade, then there'll be this crate on the left, and very easily miss there. It's the next statue. I must have walked past that about 5 or 6 times. Seriously. I just walked straight past it, didn't even see it was there. Now, at the end of, like, the same kind of hallway, you're going to be, like, faced with this little ramp thing. Do not go up the ramp, because, like, if you go a little bit up it, then this will happen, which I discovered I didn't know I could do. But if you go too far up it, it'll initiate a cutscene, and you won't be able to get it, so you have to restart the whole mission and go through it again, which is a pain in the arse. So just shoot that one there, which is in the little barricaded off area. Now, this is in Mission 7. It's after you have to clear out all the enemies in this area first. Well, you don't have to, it's just far easier that way. Boost over to the back, like, right, there'll be an elevator that it tells you to get into. It's like, oh, get in the elevator. You're like, no, I want to get the statue. So you go over to the right, shoot them, turn around, boost all the way over to the hole where the drill came up, and on a beam will be the next statue, which you can very easily shoot there. Now, when you actually get round to going in the elevator, like, it'll be going up, and then it'll stop, and then there'll be some talking. I think they say something along the lines of, like, oh, why does the lift stop? And they're panicking, and then they go, oh, conveniently the other lift seems to be in motion, and it's also full of fucking enemies that want to shoot your head off. So when it stops, turn around immediately and shoot that statue. You have a little bit of time when, like, while the other one's coming up, but I wouldn't risk it, so I'd get that one as soon as possible. Now, when you actually come out of the elevator at the top, when you start on Mission 8, when the thing finally comes up, there we go, Mission 8. The next one is actually on that kind of balcony thing at the back, which it's a lot easier to shoot with a sniper rifle, which is spawning, but I decided to be a douche and slide on my knees with awesomeness and shoot it with an assault rifle, because I'm just cool like that. Now this next one, you want to be facing the Romanoff, kind of disable him for a bit with an EMP emitter, and come over to the right, and out the map behind these two crates is the next statue. Now, when you'll be fighting this Russian guy, you want to come over to the right here, where the Romanoff, behind where the Romanoff just was, and off to the right is the next statue. Now, the one that I got is this one here. You can see where I would have boosted across there and shot the other one before. Just to the left in this inactive elevator is the last statue for this mission and this act as well. So, I hope you enjoyed that. There'll be a lot more videos on the way. Please visit achievement hunter.com.